Have you ever had that one trip that you said, someday I'll get there? Well, someday, what if I told you that someday doesn't need to be someday anymore? It could be today. And it doesn't have to be as overwhelming as you might think it might be. In today's video, I'm going to break down how to plan a bucket list trip. And I'll also let you know some ways that a good travel agent can help you plan that trip. Hi, I'm Bill from Dreamweaver Travels, and my goal in life is to have everyone take at least one bucket list trip, if not more. If you've been putting off taking that bucket list trip because you feel it's too complicated, too expensive, too risky, then in today's video, we're going to talk about 7 things that you need to do in order to plan the best trip possible. Number 1, define your trip. Every bucket list vacation starts with clarity, defining where you want to go specifically. Narrow it down. If you want to go to Italy, do you want to see all of Italy? Is that even possible? What are the key things that you want to do or that you want to see in Italy? Maybe you want to see Rome and Florence. Maybe it's Sicily and Venice. Maybe it's a little bit of all. And all of those things can be achieved, but you need to stop by specifically identifying what your goals of that bucket list trip are. Why is it on your bucket list? That's a good way to answer that question. And you also want to think about what you want to do in those places. Is it going to be a foodie trip where you want to try a bunch of different types of food? Is it going to be about historical sites? Is it about architecture? Is it just about seeing the locals? Defining what those main goals of your trip are going to help you immensely when you're planning your trip and help you from getting overwhelmed when you do a Google search and you see 900 results. Number 2, and this is probably the hardest one, set a realistic budget. So when you start planning your bucket list trip, you may have a budget in mind, but what I would recommend is don't think about that budget right away because you have no idea how much your trip is going to cost or should cost. Start by doing some quick searches on pricing out some flights. Pick some random date that you want to go. Get an estimate of what your flights are going to cost. Get an estimate of what your hotels, transportation is going to cost you. Get an idea of if you're going to take a cruise, how much is that cruise? Do some searches on how much food and maybe some entertainment is going to cost you if you're looking at doing those types of things. Maybe even look at, some possible tours and what their price ranges are. You'll find depending on where you go, prices are going to vary greatly. In some places, you might need a bigger budget to do the same thing as in other places. So jot all that down, get some ranges, get yourself an idea of what a good budget would be. So what I usually do is I usually plan for a 7 to 10 day trip. And then what I do is I break it down to how much is that total going to cost me per day. And then I can start thinking about, okay, how much realistically can I spend? And that will give me an idea of how long of a trip I can plan. Maybe it's not 10 days, maybe it's 7, maybe it's 15. But that gives you an idea of a range. So that's how I typically handle the budget. Don't think about it right away. Just get a rough idea of what a trip will cost and then try to figure out your budget from there. Maybe if money is tight and what you have available to spend doesn't match what you want to see, maybe you don't take that trip this year and you take it next year. Number 3, building the right itinerary. Now, there's a couple of pitfalls when we start looking at itineraries. One, people tend to want to play bingo when they start writing their itinerary. They take that list of 20 things to see in wherever they're going, and they're like, okay, how can I fit them in? How can I collect all 20 of those things? And that's not really what a bucket list trip is about. Yeah, that's great that you can say, yes, I saw all 20 of those things, but you're going to be exhausted. You're not going to remember them and you're not going to experience. Plan your itinerary, leaving time to take it in. Leave time to smell the roses, literally and figuratively. There's nothing wrong with spending the afternoon walking around a place and just going into a cafe and having a coffee and sitting with the locals. Those are the experiences that really make a vacation truly amazing. Those downtime events. Yes, you're going to plan those big events. If you're going to Rome, you're going to go to the Colosseum. You almost have to. It's almost required. If you're going to France, you're going to go to the Eiffel Tower. It's required. But that doesn't mean that you can't plan an itinerary that has both of those high tourist attractions and some of those less exhausting type of attractions. And there's a couple of things that a travel agent can definitely help when it comes to building itineraries. One, we have a lot of experience building them. We know how to manage that, see as many things as you can without getting exhausted and still experiencing it. We also have access to tours and experiences that you may not be able to find on Google. So, good travel agent can definitely help with building that itinerary and putting it all together and building that perfect vacation for you. Number 4, booking smart and booking early and making sure that your vacation fits into the right timing to match the experiences you want to experience. Let me kind of break that down. Typically, prices for most anything are going to be the cheapest when they first come available. Prices typically go up. So the earlier you can book, the better. So you're planning a Christmas market vacation for next December, you might want to book that in January, if not sooner. Soon as those Christmas market trips become available, your best bet is to book them. One, there's going to be a lot more availability. Two, you're probably going to get your best price. The other thing to keep in mind is trip timing. When should you go to the destination? And it's not as simple as saying, what's the best time to go to this place? That timing needs to match with what you want to do. If you're a beach person and you want to go to the beaches, you need to make sure that you're there during the peak of their summer season. If you want to spend a lot of time walking around and seeing different outdoor things, then maybe you don't want to be there in the middle of the summer when it's 90 degrees out. Maybe you want to wait and go in the fall or the spring when the weather's a little bit more tepid and a little bit cooler so that you can do that walking around without getting heat exhaustion. So knowing the type of goals and activities you want to do will help you set yourself to pick the right season to travel to that destination. Number 5, packing and documentation. These two things kind of go hand in hand, and most people think you stop packing a week or so before the trip. I can tell you that I typically stop packing, not actually putting things in a suitcase packing, but planning what I'm going to be bringing on a trip months in advance. For some trips, you might need to go out and purchase things. So starting early with a good packing list so that you can determine what you have and what you need to have is always the best way to do it. I mean, then you can shop around and you can accumulate things as you go. Documentation. So for documentation, what you want to do way ahead of time, like pretty much as soon as you book, is start looking at the different places you're going and what travel documentation they require. Some countries require visas, some don't. Most of the time, it's not even that simple. They require visas for people from certain places or visas for people that have been to certain places. There are a lot of different rules. So you want to make sure that you look at a reliable source to find out what travel documentation you need. And this is another great place where a travel agent can definitely assist. Travel agent won't typically apply for the visa. We don't have that type of personal information to apply for them, but we can definitely get you the information on what visas you need and what visas you don't. Also, you may be required to get things like vaccinations. If you're going to Africa, there's certain things you have to get vaccinated for, different things like that. So make sure all of that stuff is taken care of well in advance. So that way then you're not trying to figure out how to get a passport in a week because you can't. Number 6, and this isn't so much for planning the trip. This is more for when you're actually on the trip. Be present and enjoy the experience. If all you're doing for your entire trip is looking through a camera and taking pictures or looking on your phone, Googling interesting facts about wherever it is you are, you're missing it. Put your phone away, put your camera away, enjoy the moment. Yes, of course, take pictures, record your memories. But after you've taken the pictures, put the camera down and just take in the experience. You're going to find that when you look at that picture, you're going to remember exactly what you were doing and how you felt. It's going to bring back that memory of that experience much better if you allow yourself to experience. And finally, number 7, and this isn't even for while you're on the trip or for preparing the trip. This is for when you come home. After I come back from a bucket list trip, or really any trip, I like to spend some time reflecting and thinking about that trip. But I also, as you can tell, like talking about my trips. I like sharing the experiences I've had. Not because I'm bragging, but because I want you to get excited about possibly taking your own epic journey. So it's not someday. Stop planning your trip now. Give us a call, email us. And if this video was the reason why you're ready to stop planning that bucket list, I think I deserve a like. So go ahead and hit that thumbs up. And if you want to hear more about taking bucket list trips, maybe you're not quite ready and you need to hear more, go ahead and subscribe. There'll be a new video out every week where I talk either about a destination or how to travel.